Happy Habagat. The hell is Jerry talking about? Habagat? Okay. Let me get back to you on this. Okay, so on May 31st, Pagasa, which is the Philippines Meteorological Agency, declared on May 31st, Habagat. That means the southwest monsoon. Now, monsoon does not mean storms and everything else. It means the wind has shifted and it's coming out of the southwest, and it's the wind is what describes the monsoon, not the rain. But today, June 2nd, was the Pagasa declared this the beginning of rainy season. Oh boy! And it came with a fierce hello. Can't even describe how much water we're getting. You can see I'm covered here. This is looking to the south. On the Habagat, the southwest monsoon. The monsoon is driven winds. Doesn't have anything to do with the rain. But when the southwest wind comes in, that's right here, and I'm looking directly into the wind. That's southwest. But when it comes in, man, it pours on everything. I had water coming in underneath my door here. I don't know if you can see it or not. The side of the house is wet. All the way up to about here, the water was just driving in underneath here. In between this little spot here, between the overhang and the wall, and it was just pouring in. But I'll show you how far up the water was going. Look at the mirrors on my motorcycle. Got water on them. My bike's wet all the way up here. I haven't washed it yet. I haven't had a chance to wash it. Yeah, my bike's wet all the way up here, and you can see that's a good 20 feet back to there. Yeah, it was blowing in completely sideways. I mean, look at this. Everything's wet. So, yeah. The rainy season's here. In fact, today, Pagasa, the Philippines Meteorological Agency, said, yep, we're officially the rainy season. Now, we went into, you can see all the way up here, but part of the problem is, see the gap up there, I cannot tie into my neighbor's wall because you just don't do that. You got to have that firewall gap there. I guess, I don't know. That's some kind of Philippine law. The water pours down through there, hits this, splashes in here. You can see my dog. And all the way back here, I've got a drain back there, and I just moved all this wood out so that it wouldn't be soaked all the time. That's just wood that I can use later on, but there's a drain back here in this corner. And there's also, if you look, you can see a downspout there, and it comes right down here to this drain, but it's not draining, so I've got to dig into that tomorrow and find out why it's not going down into this drain there in the corner. You see that little square there, that's where the drain's supposed to be, and it's all plugged up with leaves. So I've got to blow all that out tomorrow if it dries out, and see if I can get that cleared up so that it'll drain there so it's not flooding my walkway. You can see how much water is standing there. Now, we don't get floods here. I'll swing around here slowly. I always do this too fast. But you can see across the way here in the gutters, I mean, you know, water just runs off. I mean, we've got really good drainage here, so we are not in a flood zone here. Let me see if I can show you my gutters. I'm looking through the bars of my fence here. Oops, sorry. Trying to find it here. Yeah, I mean, no standing water in the gutters, and you know, I mean, it just runs right off. But man, there's a lot of dirt in there. But yeah, we really got deluged with rain here just a little while ago. Keeping a mop handy. All my shoes got wet. This is my shoe rack. It's supposed to be protected. I mean, oops, sorry about the fingers. You can see how far back it is. You know, and that's why I keep my shoes right here, and my little throw. I've never unpacked it, but anyway, keep it just in case we want to cuddle up or something on the couch. But yeah, all my shoes are soaked up here, so now they got to dry out. Yeah, it was quite a rainstorm. Like I said, I had water running in underneath my door. Now I've got a little bit of a gap here underneath the door. You can see it or not. It's not much, just a little bit. I'm gonna have to get some weather stripping or something put here on the bottom edge of the door to keep the rain from running under. So a wiper or something like that. But you can see here on my front window. You can see all the. It's my living room window here. You see all the rain. Yep. So I mean, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about for as far as weather goes until it rains, and then it's a lot of conversation. So yeah, we're in between rainstorms. Hey, dry season now for about another 15 or 20 minutes until we get this next line that's coming at us. Hits us. But it's a lot cooler. Man, I'll tell you what, it just feels beautiful out here. And what's really amazing is beautiful. It's 79 degrees. It feels delicious. If anybody had told me that I would be enjoying the cool weather at 80 degrees, I'd tell them those nuts, right? That's a little over a year and a half ago. If anybody had said that, I would have told them they were nuts. But okay, well, clean up on aisle 5, right? But yeah, I cleaned up and everything. I mopped and I'm gonna get this washed up. I have a motorcycle cover. I bought the motorcycle cover. You can see my bucket over there. I've been meaning to wash the bike. You see water on that table too. That's how far up it blew. I mean, this is 24 feet, I think, or 25 feet from this wall to my gate. I'd have to measure it, but it's about that, about 24, 25. I can fit my car in here and still have enough room for the garbage can behind it. So, I've got the motorcycle up about as far up as I can go and still have the table and chair and things. But yeah, it blew in pretty hard. That was a lot of wind, and now it's almost dead calm. Look at the banana tree across there. I hardly see any leaves even just fluttering at all. Probably about a half a mile an hour wind right now, maybe 1 kilometer an hour, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not even any wind. This tree over here, it's motionless. Man, I'll tell you what, half hour ago it was hammering down. Life in the Philippines, it's more fun here. And to show you how hard it rains, this was the light rain. This is before the rainy season officially started. Last week, I think it was Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there. Yeah, it was raining pretty good then too. Just to give you an idea, when it rains, it pours. May 30th. The beginning of rainy season, maybe? This is the second time today that it's rained. First time was just light sprinkle. Now it's raining pretty good. Came outside just as it lightened up. It was hammering down pretty hard. Okay, I think we are now officially entering Habagat, the rainy season. And I'm facing southwest right now, and the wind's right in my face. So that's where the wind shifts from. It starts coming out of the southwest. During the dry season, it comes out of the southeast. So that's the east over this way, southeast. And this is southwest, and like I say, it's blowing right up into my face. It's not blowing hard, but it does have some gusts to it. But that's okay. My plants could use the water. Grow little plants. I just finished my yard work yesterday. I knew it was coming, so I'm getting wet here. Yeah. One bad thing about facing south, when the wind blows, it'll come right in on me. My plants are enjoying it. Yes, they are. I just fertilized too, so that was a good time. But one of the reasons that I like this area, look how much water stays in the gutters, right? We are in a flood-free zone here, and that's hard to find in the Philippines. Oh, I'll take it. So I realize it's been about a week and a half since I've produced a video. Just little things going on here and there. As many of you know, the doctor released me a couple of weeks ago to go back to doing normal things. Cool.
So one of the first things I did is I decided, well, let's get the motorcycle fired up. You know, I've been jonesing to ride the thing since March 3rd was the last time I even started it. So first thing I did is went out there and tentatively put the key in, turned it on, everything lit up. I said, okay, let's see if it will start. Boy, it fired right up. Boom, like it hadn't even been missed. And then it sputtered, and then it coughed, and then it died. Okay, I was trying to give it a little bit of throttle. Yeah, something is going on with the bike. I think it's the mass airflow sensor, since it's computerized, it's fuel injected and things. The mass airflow sensor, I think, from sitting all that time, has gotten any carbon that's on there and then any moisture and stuff. It's probably just, there's little wires that go through a mass airflow sensor, and what it does, it reads the air coming in. It tells the computer, okay, this is moist air, this is dry air, it's hot air, it's cool air, whatever. I mean, that's why there's a couple of wires in there. So I might have to take that off. I don't know, and clean it up. I contacted a couple of motorcycle repair shops, and they says, yeah, bring it in. Well, I don't know if I can. I rode the thing around the neighborhood and it died on me 3 times. Sometimes you can rev it up, great. Other times you give it a little bit of throttle and poof, it'd just die. So I don't know what's going on. It's all beyond me. I don't know this model of bike. So I don't know if I could get it to a motorcycle repair shop or not. So I contacted a mobile mechanic, and I took a little video and showed him.
See? Just gradual and get it to go. And if it idles for a minute, well, never can tell when it's going to do it. I don't know, just weird. Oh, sure, now it wants to run fine. Sure smells rich though. Woo. Maybe as long as it's running rich, it'll be okay. Maybe once it warms up, that's when it's bad. 50 miles, or kilometers. Yeah. And I always shut it off this way.
So I apologize for the video being in portrait and not in landscape. I recorded that for the mechanic, the mobile mechanic. And he told me, he says, well, sir, he says, I think I know what's wrong with it. He says, how long did you say it set? And I told him, I says, it's set since March 3rd. He's okay. I know what's wrong with it. He says, it's going to cost 15,000 pesos. I go, say what? That's like $275. I'm like, I might do the work myself. He says, no, I'll give you some discount. He says, but he says, if it's a mass airflow sensor, he says, those things cost a lot. And so I don't know. He says that the mass airflow sensors cost about 10,000 pesos. I know on a car, you can get a mass airflow sensor about $180 US on certain cars. I've had to replace one on a car. It wasn't my car, somebody else's picking up the dime. But I do know that it costs about $180 for that mass airflow sensor. So I don't know. As soon as my monthly remittance hits my bank, I'll call the guy, say, come on out, let's get this thing fixed. You know, even though it's raining and things, I'd still like to get out and do some riding. I got to order a rain suit also. A rain suit came with the motorcycle. The dog's playing. It's evening. I'll be right back. Okay. We'll see if that works for a minute. She's playing with her ball. At least she doesn't have the zooms right now. She'll run around this house like I've never seen a dog run that fast inside the house, through chairs and around walls and things. She's just got way too much energy. But anyway, I apologize for the squeakies. But got to keep her happy too. My Filipino girlfriend. Keep your girlfriend happy, then she'll keep you happy, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see if we can get that going. Oh, I said I got a rain suit. It's a medium. I don't think I'll fit in a medium. Really? Extra large. But I need to get one because, this time of the year, rainy season, if you're out riding and it starts raining, what are you going to do? Phone home? Can you come pick me up? No, you're not going to do that. You ride through it. I had rain suit in the U.S., but it was starting to get pretty tattered, and I wasn't going to ship it over here. I've only got caught in the rain one time on the Harley, and there was about that much water on the freeway, and I was just creeping along, and cars were spinning everywhere. They're hydroplaning. And here I am on two wheels that are about that wide. I'm going, oh boy, be careful. And I just thinking today's the day I'm going to buy it, or bite it, bite the big one. And I know I made it through, but you just got to be careful and things and do what you can. All right. So last thing, I don't produce a lot of content, mainly because I don't always have something to talk about, guys. So bear with me on that, because I was seriously thinking about ending this channel. A good friend of mine, here goes the squeaks again. A good friend of mine says, don't do that. He's got a YouTube channel. He says, come on out to my house. He says, we're going to talk about some different techniques and stuff. I was supposed to go out there today, and when I texted him, says, hey, are we still on for today? He says, I don't know. It's raining like hell here. I said, yeah, it's raining. It's rainy season, And that was before Pagasa officially announced the rainy season, but I knew it was coming any day. It's just been raining every day here. There's other parts in Visayas, south of here, the islands that are in between Luzon and Mindanao. That's called Visayas. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and they said, no, we're not getting any rain. It's nice and sunny. Took a little video. Yeah, blue skies and occasional cloud rolling across. I'm looking outside. It's raining here. I was like, well, lucky you. But they had rain while we had dry a week or two ago. In fact, they had almost a week of rain, and now we're going to have a week of rain. But the southwest monsoon's coming right up the south side of the west side of the Philippines. And I'm not too far from Subic. I'm about an hour and a half away from Subic. And I've got the head of Manila Bay is only probably half hour from here. So, that if it catches on this side of Bataan, then it'll push it right straight up to us. And if it catches on the other side, on the Subic side, then, we're pretty good. So it's just a matter of, where the storms catch and everything. And this is coming up out of the southwest, like I said. So I'm sure it's coming right up through Manila Bay, because I've heard that Manila's been getting a lot of rain lately, a little bit of flooding. So let's have our prayers go out to all of them. But let me see what my friend can do. We changed today, meet up till tomorrow. So I'm going to see what he has to say tomorrow. And I don't know. I might be on his channel. I don't know. He might be on my channel. Who knows? We both have our channels and everything. And we haven't seen each other in several months. He's been traveling. He's been going all over the Philippines. Lucky dog. I'm hoping to do that probably this fall for you guys, about October, November. I'd really like to get on the motorcycle and... sorry for the squeakies. I'd really like to get on the motorcycle and do some touring. I'd like to see Luzon first. a lot of different places. I'd like to ride over to Subic. Between Olongapo and Subic, I heard there's some really beautiful beaches over there. Really like to go over there, and that's my friend telling me. So, and on his videos. So, it's X_pensive expat. Anyway, on YouTube. So, anyway, Daryl, he's a good guy and everything. I have a lot of fun with him, and he's a smart guy. He's really kind, generous guy too. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm sure it'll rain, but it's the rainy season. All right, guys, catch y'all later. I hope Daryl comes up with something really good, so I don't just say see ya. Catch y'all later. God bless.